What's up, everybody? For those who don't know me, my name is David Munson. I'm a certified fitness coach, life coach, public speaker, and I love writing. For those who do know me and have seen my videos in the series The Return of Moses, I'd like to bring that series to an end this evening. I'm pretty anxious to get started on my next series, which is titled Along the Spiritual Way. And like I said, I'm pretty excited and anxious to start that. I think that's going to be a really, really good series. But what I like to do is give a summary of my videos and give y'all some of the keys that I use to stay on task of renewing my mind and reprogramming my life. I talked about the importance of controlling the mind, how important it is for you to control your own mind, because either you're going to control it or it's going to be controlled by an outside source. And it's our responsibility to take charge of our minds. I talked about how the mind is like a blank piece of paper in which some words are going to be written on. Those words are going to develop the character that you ought to play for the rest of your life. So if if you were like me, for instance, and grew up with parents, my father was violent, low self-esteem. My mother had low self-esteem, filled with self-doubt, no belief in self, things like that. That's rooted in you. That's written into your character. And you have to renew your mind in that area. You have to reprogram yourself. We talked about successive thoughts, how the mind continuously just go from one thought to another all day long. And if you sit for 1 minute and watch those thoughts, you'll realize that you don't control them. You don't control the content of them, which means that you don't know what you're going to think from one thought to another. And another thing is, if you just sit and watch your thoughts for 1 minute and judge them from in a negative positive view, and you'd find out, you'd be horrified at how negative and self-defeating your thoughts are. We talked about controlling the thoughts, to reprogram, to renew your mind and reprogram your life, which is very important, because you're meant to be in control of yourself. You know, you're not meant to be like a robot and just follow what everybody else does. Now I'd like to give you some of the keys that I use, like I said, to stay on task of renewing my mind and reprogramming my life. First thing in the morning, when I get up, it's important to get a hold of your mind, because if you do any of the things that I suggested, you'll come to realize that your mind just go from one thought to another, and they're rooted in something. So if you the poor me type of person, that's what your thoughts are rooted in, and that's going to affect every area of your life. So I get a hold of my thoughts first thing in the morning. I don't let my mind start running off. I use affirmations all throughout the day. I'll walk around with headphones on, play them on my phone, and I don't necessarily pay attention to them all day, but I use them to interrupt that successive thought, that negative successive thought. Let me see. Oh, and lastly, to stay present, or to stay, I'll say present, and I'll explain to you what I mean by that. If you don't know it, you'll be shocked to realize that the future don't exist, and neither does the past. They absolutely do not exist, and they never exist. Any time in life when the past is gone. You can't reach back there and get a cup of coffee. You can't reach back there and get anything because it's gone. It's only in your mind. The future the same way. Whenever the future gets here, it'll be right now. So, for example, if you say, okay, I'll do this tomorrow. When you get here, you won't be doing it, and tomorrow you'll be doing it right now. And so it's important to stay in the present moment. And another thing that the present moment help you do is stop the successive thinking. But one of the main things that I do to stay in the present moment is I try to. Everything that I do, every day, I try to pay attention to it as if it's the first time I did it or I'm trying to do a spectacular job. That will keep you in the present moment and out of that successive thinking. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the series, and I hope you're looking forward to my next one, because I'm telling you, it's going to be a great series. All right, everybody, peace.